Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. I remember now, it's a Wednesday. Let me get our um our friends on Instagram also join us. Well, people are joining us as well. And as you can see from the title, it's going to be a very interesting and very common problem that we all have, and unfortunately we don't pay enough attention. So here we are. Let's get this going. Perfect. Wait, let's do this. Awesome. Okay, cool. So how you guys been doing? How are you? It's pretty rainy and gray in our beautiful New York. I see a lot of people are voting early, which is great. Go out there and vote. It's important. Use your voice. But I wanted to talk to you about, I'm not going to make it a long live, but if you have a few minutes, go bring yourself a nice cup of tea, coffee, wine, if you're 21 and above, whatever, why not? Enjoy me for the next 15 minutes or so. And feel free to say hi. Hi, Thomas. I'm so excited you are joining our vocal challenge. So, yes, thank you. Hard back. So, I'm going to talk about the vocal challenge soon, but I'm so excited for those who are joining us because this is going to be once in a lifetime opportunity where I'm going to talk about it later on. But today, I want to talk about why are we not practicing enough and why it's so important to practice. So if you are just beginner, if you're a professional singer, practicing is one of the most important things you can do for yourself, for your growth as a singer, as an artist, because you can go to the studio, you can do the exercises, and then you're going home and you completely forget everything you worked on. So it's very important to not just do the exercises and just get it inside the studio, but also when you're at home with your thoughts by yourself, you can actually apply those things you learned in the studio. And of course, when you're on stage, it's another level, right? So it's really important to practice. And trust me, I've been singing since I was 6 years old, and it's been a while since then. Sometimes I practice more, sometimes I don't, but it's really, 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 really important to make sure you incorporate practicing into your daily life and find a motivation for that. So that's why I'm here, to give you some of my tips, tricks, and kind of advice to what you can do to really make sure you're practicing and bringing that your artist self into your daily life. Okay, so first of all, tell me by commenting below or in the chat if you're watching from Instagram, do you think you're practicing enough? Now, by enough meaning, do you practice once a week, or you practice 3 times, or you practice maybe only 2 times a week? How much do you really practice when you think about it? And be honest. It's not a wrong or right question. So whatever comes to your mind, it's very important. Oh, hi guys. Malaysians are here on Facebook. Omar. Hello, hello. So Thomas says he's not practicing, which is totally fine. No judgment at all. So here's the thing, right? Oh, just 2 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot, Thomas. That's pretty good, actually. But again, in a week, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. So I would say, ideally, I would practice, like, say, 2 times a week, right? Now, when you're getting to that point where you're professional, when your voice is just there, is just to kind of remind yourself. Obviously, you would not need to practice as much. But as a beginner, it's very, very important to practice more frequently and not hours upon hours. It's not about, like, if you're a pianist, you need to practice 8 hours a day. And I know my colleagues of mine have been practicing since they were 6 years old. That's just what they do. As singers, we're not just a machine. We're not just a thing. We are human, living, breathing organ that needs, we're doing so many things, and physically it just doesn't make sense to practice so much. Thomas says he practices in 2 hours every day. Wow. I mean, you can host the challenge for us. That's awesome. But we're going to talk about it later, Thomas, so stay tuned. I'm going to actually join you later in the end when I'm going to clock out of Facebook. I would love to talk to you about it more. But here's the thing. It's not about how long, it's how you practice. And I know a lot of, even my colleagues, even people I sing with, even singers that I know, they always tell me, oh, I hate practicing. I hate it. It's boring. It's not fun. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. And it's just like, I don't even know where to start. And it's just very, it's a very kind of feels like you're doing it by yourself. You don't know if you're doing it right. And I want to give you some clarity, okay, to what really helped me and what my students are been doing, and what really makes it so much more fun, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable, so you can do it more. Whatever you feel good doing, you're going to just naturally do it more, right? So the first thing I really recommend to do every single day as possible, right? Because, even I do so many different things, okay? I have 3 main things that I'm doing, right? In terms of my business, in terms of my work. I'm sure you guys and my clients are CEOs, are business owners, they work, they're full-time moms. They are busy, busy people. Now, I found in the morning, before I start my day, before I leave the door and start my day, go to work and do all those things, it's so important to dedicate at least an hour for yourself. So, so, so important. Now, every day might look different, but generally I can do also a full video about morning ritual, so I can teach you what I do. But again, it's not one size fits all. Whatever works for you will work for you. But try. It's an error try and seeing what works best for you. But what I really like to do in the morning is, first of all, start with a meditation. It could be only 5 minutes. If you've never been meditating and you feel overwhelmed, you can put on the phone, put on the clock for 5 minutes, count down, and just sit and focus on your breathing. Sounds simple, but you're going to feel sometimes thoughts that's going to come in and out, and that's part of it. That's the part where you need really to tune into yourself, because we are so, first thing we do, we check on our phone, we check our social media, we go answer phone calls, we're going out there, we are very responsive to life. But I want to teach you how life can be responsive to you, and you make the shots. But if you don't start your day by choosing you first, you're just going to lose yourself, right? So it's super, super important. So start with a meditation, 5 minutes at least. That's all you got to do. It's not a lot, but it really makes a difference. Hi, my love. Hi, Klein, down in New York. And we see my New Yorker friend. She's also joining our challenge, so I'm super excited to have her as well. So where we were, we're doing a meditation. Then, if I feel that day that I need to move, and some days I feel like I don't want to move, but it really, really helps to do a really kind of 30-minute workout. It could be yoga, it could be stretching, it could be running, it could be walking, it could be dancing, put something. There's so much free material out there on YouTube. Just check it out, put some music, and just do it. Start moving your body, okay? After that, I like to do what called the morning pages. The morning pages is one of those method that I learned from a book called The Artist's Way that completely changed my life. I mean, it's interesting. I've been reading it twice, long time ago, and recently now, and it's so interesting. Like my method, it's exactly what she's talking about for artists who draw, who write, not necessarily singers, but specifically for singers. It's just amazing because we have a lot of clutter in our heads. We have a lot of thoughts, sometimes anxiety, sometimes just feelings. We don't know why we're feeling them. It's just there. So it's so important to put it on a piece of paper and just write it down. Just time for yourself, 5 minutes at least. And just start writing. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just start writing and get this out of you, okay? This is very important. Now here is where singers need to incorporate their singing in their daily life and start their day as artists and really not find the time to do it, but just put it there in the morning before everybody needs something from you. This is the place where you start practicing. Now, I encourage you to practice for 15 minutes. Not 2 hours, not 3 hours, not 4 hours, not 6 hours. 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes are going to start as 15 minutes and doing very powerful exercise. My students, when they finish a lesson, they have a very specific exercise that they need to focus on that specific week, okay? Which is great because they know exactly what they need to do. For those who don't, I really recommend to come and join my free vocal challenge. It's starting this Sunday. This Sunday is October 31st at 12 p.m. on my Facebook group called Beyond the Voice. And it's an amazing opportunity to come and do vocal exercises with us. And not just that, so much more. I don't want to just give it out to you right now, but it's going to be life transformational for you. But definitely, it's going to give you some exercises you never thought you could do. And when you have a specific exercises you know you're going to do for the next 15 minutes, you have clarity. You know exactly what you need to do, right? You're practicing your voice. You're warming up your body, your voice, your mind, your creative side. And then I really recommend to sing a song just for fun. Why not? And it could be any song you like to sing, song you just heard and you want to start kind of practicing and doing that. And from those 15 minutes, then you can do 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then you can go to your day and start your day, whatever you do. If you're a student, if you're working a day job, or you have kids, before everybody, you put yourself first. And those 15 minutes of practice, it's gonna just transform your voice. I promise you. I promise you. Because it's not about doing it for hours and hours. It's about being consistent and really make it fun for yourself. This is something I really want to emphasize. So I like to think about it as me time, right? So I use candles. I make my space fun, and inviting and warm and cozy. I put my favorite tea. I put my favorite candle. I use essential oils. I really make it fun for me. I make a date with myself and my voice. And I'm telling you, just doing that, it's gonna bring so much more happiness, so much more energy. You're gonna start your day feeling completed. Because I feel a lot of singers, they don't incorporate singing enough in their daily routine. And most singers, especially now, they have multiple jobs. They combine different things, especially if you have a family and kids, forget about it, right? It's so easy to get lost. So it's very important to really put it in your schedule in the morning before everybody calls you, before the world wakes up, whatever that time for you. I don't say wake up at 5 a.m. I'm not a 5 a.m. Morning person at all. Let me tell you that. But it could be waking up at 6:30 if you usually wake up at 7. And those 30 minutes is really after you meditated for 5-10 minutes, you wrote down for 5 minutes in the journal, you exercised a little bit your body for 30 minutes, and you singing for 15 minutes. This hour, an hour and a half of doing that is just going to launch you and really, I mean, you're just going to draw miracles to you. And I can't emphasize it enough, okay? So that's my kind of tips and tricks to how to incorporate more practicing and enjoying practicing on a daily basis. And it's really doing that. If you're not a morning person, you can do it before you go to sleep. It really depends on what works best for you, but it's more important for you to do it and start small. It's not about 3 hours. Remember, it's about minimum 15 minutes and honoring your voice and honoring your creative side, because so many artists and singers just neglecting that because they're so busy with other things. But if you're not starting your day like that, you know, it's so easy to be distracted with so many different things that are happening around you, and you would just feel so much more fulfilled and happy and passionate about singing. And of course you're going to get better, which is that what you want, correct? So if you like this, and there's so much more, that if you're just a beginner, you don't know where to start, you kind of like to sing, you always wanted to sing, it's always been in you, that dream to sing, but you just don't know where to start, or you're feeling unmotivated to sing, meaning you've been singing for many, many years ago and you want to come back to it, but you just kind of like, I don't have the time, I don't know what to do, I don't know who to call. I want you to, right now, go and click the link. If you're watching me from my Instagram, go click the link in my bio, join the group Beyond the Voice, or if you're watching me on Facebook, go ahead, click the link in the description bar underneath the video. Click the link, join the group, answer the few questions. Also, my people on my YouTube, which we reach over 50,000 amazing souls in our community. It's just mind-blowing. And that's the reason why I'm doing this, by the way, is to celebrate you and to give something from me to you. It's basically a free lesson and more than that, right? It's a challenge. So I'm going to show up for the next 3 days from Saturday, October 31st, which is actually my mom's birthday. So it's a very important day for me, and it's Halloween. So come dressed up with your favorite costume, bring some, you know, 𝙙𝙤𝙣'𝙩, cool, like drink something for yourself, and it's just gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have so much fun for the next 3 days. It's gonna be short, it's gonna be to the point, and you're gonna meet amazing people like yourself, and also learn from me how to go to the next level with your voice and your life and your body and your soul and your mind and everything. And it's possible. So guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for watching. I want to speak to you, Thomas. So if you are still here, let me know, request to join, and I'll put you in. And for my amazing viewers on my Facebook, I love you. I cannot wait to see you guys joining and being part of this challenge. It's just, I can't wait. I can't wait. You see, I am so excited about it. So have yourself an amazing rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you in our next time. Bye.